Hello, everyone. Recently, we have been talking about immigration courts. We hope you enjoyed those videos and share them with anyone whom you know or who might benefit from them. Today, we're going to talk about cancellation of removal. This is a request that is made by application when a person is in removal proceedings in immigration court. Cancellation of removal is one way that someone may be able to obtain a green card. I'm Raluca. I provide immigration, family law, and estate planning legal services. And I'm here with Lena Clear, my marketing and office manager. Thank you to everyone who is watching and for all your likes and shares and comments. And please let us know if you're watching this live or if you watch the replay. All your interaction helps others to see our videos. We truly appreciate your support as we enjoy helping as many as possible with our information. And I'm gonna explain what is cancellation of removal. So prior to 1996, there used to be a remedy, suspension of deportation of proceedings, and Congress passed this one as a replacement. When an individual might be deportable, but if an immigration judge allows this cancellation of removal, they are no longer deportable.
So, sorry, I had to step out a minute. So I'm back. Is the cancellation of removal done by asking an immigration judge when you're in an immigration hearing?
No, that's, like I said, there is a form that must be filed with the court for cancellation of removal.
Okay, and we've mentioned before that if you have a green card, so you're a legal permanent resident, you still can be deported, right?
That's right.
So this cancellation of removal makes it so you cannot be deported.
Right.
Does it make you a citizen?
No.
Okay, and does it apply to people, only people that have a green card, or does it also apply to some that don't have a status?
Yes, it can apply to both of them, but there are different things that the judge looks at for those who are green card holders and those who are not.
So if they aren't a green card holder and a judge grants this, does the judge give them a green card?
The judge doesn't hand it out to them, but yes, they approve them for one, and the person is now considered a long-term permanent resident of the United States. They must still go for their biometric appointments, and they should receive a green card within 15 to 30 days of doing that.
So what about people who are green card holders? You said it doesn't make them a citizen. Does it allow them to become a citizen?
Unfortunately not. It allows for them to not be removed from the country, which is good. And then the judge decides if they can keep their green card.
So what are the criteria that the immigration judge looks at when making a decision?
To be clear, granting a cancellation of removal isn't done only by immigration judges, but they are the ones who grants them most often. Also, I want to make it clear that this is a very, very general information. So we just talk in very general terms here.
Because it's really complicated.
It is complicated.
And if you feel like this might be for you, we always recommend you talk to an attorney.
Right? Absolutely, yes. So generally for a legal permanent resident or green card holder, the immigration judge reviews how long the person has been in the U.S., how long they have been a legal permanent resident, and that they haven't committed specific crimes. For non-residents, they had to have been in the U.S. a certain length of time. They have to show that they are a person of good moral character. That means they didn't commit certain crimes, and they have to establish that removal would result in exceptional and extremely unusual hardship to the alien's spouse, parent, or child who is a citizen or an alien lawfully admitted to the U.S. as a permanent resident. So there are a lot of conditions.
And for the non-residents, the good moral character and the crimes are actually two separate things. So the good moral character is another discretionary level that the judge has.
That's right.
So what happens while the person is waiting for their green card if they are granted a cancellation of removal?
So they should be able to work and have a driver's license, which is really important.
What about if you've already had a denial? So you were in immigration court, you filed for the cancellation of removal, or you requested that, and then you were denied.
Some courts will allow you to reopen it. Also, a negative decision can be reviewed by BIA, which is Board of Immigration Appeals, or in federal court.
Which is good, because not a lot of things can go to federal court, so sometimes it's helpful to go to federal court.
That's right. Yes.
So why did you want people to know about the cancellation or removal?
There have been more people who are stopped for simple things like traffic violation who are being arrested and put into ICE custody. So they should be aware that there is an alternative to being deported if they can meet these certain criteria.
Do you know how many of these are granted every year?
I don't, but there is a cap that the immigration judges can grant for non-permanent residents. So that means that people who have no status, and that cap is reached very quickly in that instance.
The last one I could find was just within the last year was like 4,000, but I couldn't find this year, so we didn't want to.
Yeah, for the whole United States. So that's not a lot.
And then, is there a cap for legal permanent residents?
No, there is no cap for legal permanent residents.
So it sounds though like this might be a good way for someone to try to get a green card.
Well, it sounds like it, but the exceptional and extremely unusual hardship criteria is a very high standard. So it's hard to prove. Plus, if the person you say this applies to dies, if they were an elderly parent, for example, or the person turns 21, if you're in front of the judge, and if it was your child, so your argument is no longer valid. So they can disqualify. They can get disqualified in these circumstances. Also, the hardship is decided by the discretion of the immigration judge. So, and we know, and recently they are even more notoriously difficult to convince.
And then once you receive your green card through a cancellation of removal, what should you do?
As always, if you received your green card, I always recommend to apply when you qualify for citizenship. That way you have the whole protection of the law on your side. Thank you so much for watching us today and for sharing our videos and liking our videos. And if you have questions, please submit them to us here or in a private message, and we'll try to respond to them. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.